Excellent. All right, so I think one of the greatest things that we have is our choice. Choice is choice. Because it can be raining outside and you can choose to be happy inside or sunny inside. You can choose to wear a Superman shirt or a Charlie shirt or any kind of shirt that you choose.
You can choose to wear red. You can choose to wear blue.
Yankees. You could wear
Rangers, Yankees. Who watched the Rangers game last night? Hockey fans? I know. I'm just pretending. I'm not really.
Any team you like is the coolest.
Well,
So,
our friend is a huge one.
if you want to sing out, sing out. If you want to be me, be me. If you want to be you.
Be you.
There's a million things to do here. So this is a song called Sing Out. If you wanna sing out, sing out. And if you wanna be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million ways to be. You know that it's wrong. And if you wanna sing high, sing high. If you wanna sing low, sing low. There's a million ways to go. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. And if you find a new way, you can do what you did. And you can make it all true. You can make it all true. You'll see. Ah, it's easy. say no, say no. There's a million ways to go. You know that there are. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. And if we find a new way, you can do it today. You can make it all true. You can make it undo. You'll see. It's easy. The only way to go. So if you wanna sing out, sing out. And if you wanna be free, 'cause there's a million ways to be. You know that there are. 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 You know that there
We'll do it now. Wait.
So,
Oh yeah, let's do it.
so we're gonna
Let's
tell
hear
you.
a story.
Would you like to hear a story? Okay. Let's do a quick story. You
But
know,
we need your help during the story, of course.
of course, but
I love to tell the story because I think sometimes we forget how creative we are, and we forget how smart we are, and we forget how much we have to tell people. And I think, like, if you look at your shoes, everybody look at your shoes. Now, your shoes have a huge story to tell. They're either brand new, and you could tell us the story about your parents taking you to go get your brand new shoes, or they're really old and they've been through mud puddles and they've gone on a skateboard and they tripped you because the shoe came untied. There's these stories that you can share with people, and your shoes have those stories. Your clothes have those stories. Your mind has
your brain has that story.
That's right. Exactly.
So, this is a story. How many of you are wearing clothes? All right, way to go. Cool. Glad to hear that. Now, there's a guy who makes clothes. His name is Joseph, and he is a tailor. Everybody say the word tailor. Tailor. Now, if you are a tailor, you make clothes, and you know, it's like, oh, very nice. So this guy, he really made some great clothes, and he had a very long coat. He was longer than this. It went to the floor, and it rocked, and it was very cool. He loved to wear it. And he would run to work every day in his coat and his jacket, and he'd say, "What?" And he totally spilled out, man. He totally ate it. And he said, "What's going on here?" He hit a mud puddle. He was covered with mud. The bottom of his jacket was just disgusting.
And he was really sad.
He was bummed out. He went home to his wife. And now this is your part. His wife does not like the coat. So she says, "Throw it out." So on the count of three, everybody over here says, "Throw it out." 1, 2, 3. Throw it out! And he says, everybody over here, he says, "But I'm a tailor." 1, 2, 3. "But I'm a tailor!" And so everybody, he cut and he sewed and he cut and he sewed.
Try that with us.
He cut and he sewed and he cut and he sewed. He turned that jacket into this very cool coat. And he was like, "Yeah, all right. Man, cool." So he walked and he went into work. And he said, "All right." And then he had a lady came in and she said,
Can you make me something with a very, really color, like the blue, a very nice blue?
and he said, of course. And he reached up to the top shelf and he heard, "Rip." And he went home and he said, "Oh man, my coat is ripped." And his wife, who did not like the coat, she said, "Throw it out." And he said, "But I'm a tailor." And he cut and he sewed and he cut and he sewed. And he turned that coat into a nice scarf, a very long scarf for the winter. And he put it around himself 3 times. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And they went outside when the wind was blowing and he said, "Oh." And he said, "I look great." And so he wore the scarf every day, except that he kept wearing it even in the summertime. And what happened? He sweated, and all the sweat went into his scarf.
And it became stinky. And stinkier. And stinkiest.
And he came home and his wife was like,
And what did she say?
throw it out! And he said, but I'm a tailor! And he cut, and he sewed, and he cut, and he sewed. And he turned that long scarf into a lovely handkerchief. And he put the handkerchief right in his pocket, and he walked around like, yeah. And then he got a terrible cold. I'm sorry, excuse me. And he went home and he said,
And what did his wife say?
he said, throw it out! And he said, but I'm a tailor! And he cut, and he sewed, and he cut, and he sewed, and he turned it into a nice little button. And he put it on the inside of his pants.
Hold up his suspenders.
He had some suspenders, and they were very cool suspenders. So he was like, hey.
Oh, sorry.
And all of a sudden he looked down, and his pants had fallen down. Ah! What's going on here, he said. Why did my pants fall down?
Oh, no.
He had lost the button. And he walked around and he looked for the button. He's like, I can't find it. He came home and he said, the button is gone. And she said, oh, well.
No.
She said, now listen, I love you, but you can't make something out of nothing. So what are you going to do? You can't make something out of nothing. You got nothing to work with. You got nothing. He said, I got nothing? Wait a minute. And he thought, and the light bulb went off. Bing! Aha! And he got himself a piece of paper, and he started writing down. He said, first I had a long jacket, and then that became a mud puddle, and then I turned it into a nice coat, and then I ripped the coat, and then I turned it into a scarf, and I sweated, and it became really sticky. Yeah. And then I turned it into a handkerchief, and then I... Ew. And then I turned it into a button, and then my pants fell down. Ah! And now I wrote it all down. There it is. And he showed her. And he said, I have something. Something from nothing. A story that I could tell. And he told me that story. I'm telling you the story today. You'll probably tell it to somebody tomorrow. Everybody has a story to tell. You have a story to tell. And when you tell that story, and then you make somebody else laugh, and then they tell it, then the world is a happier place. So give yourself a hand for listening and telling your story. Speaking of stories, this next song is Harry Belafonte. He was a great singer. He's still a great singer. In my mind, in my body. He worked with Martin Luther King. He was an awesome man. He's awesome. And he went to Africa, and he went into a very small village. And there was a story there, a storyteller. And he told the story of the fire and the water and the mountain and the spirit. And he said, these are all part of the earth, and we are all part of the earth. And when we see each other, and if we care about each other, that turns the world around. So we're going to sing this song for you. And we hope you'll join us